Court, the movie podcast, where Sean
and Mampy
watch shit, talk shit, and most importantly, eat shit. We are the law.
And guess what we saw?
28 years later.
Not days, not
months.
weeks, not months.
Not
which
months.
they skip the months. I'm
They
expecting
skipped months.
maybe they'll go back and do that one. But
Why did they skip months? We don't know.
we don't know.
Well, because they didn't have a movie to make.
Yeah, they were like,
Yes.
I got nothing. I guess he wasn't even going to make weeks because that's someone else, right?
Yes, that was he's got a Hispanic name.
Okay,
of
yeah.
some kind.
That guy.
He might be a Latino fellow.
Oh, yeah.
It's like one of those ones with like four names.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah. We watched 28 Years Later, written by Jeff Garland.
Yes.
No.
Alex Garland.
Alex Garland. Jeff Garland is from the TV show.
Yes. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Alex Garland, man, it would be great to see Alex Garland on that TV show.
That would
though.
be nice.
And directed by Daniel Boyle.
Good old Danny's back and better than ever. Or is he?
Wow.
You'll have to decide for yourself
Yeah.
at the cinema.
And starring Aaron Taylor Joel. That's his name.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Johnson, yes. The lady.
That lady. I have seen her in something.
Fuck.
What have I seen her in? She's very familiar.
She's really good in things. She's in The Last Duel. Jodie Comer.
Oh, okay. I still haven't seen The Last Duel.
It's fucking amazing.
I got to.
Ralph Fiennes.
Classic. I'm a big Rafe head.
And that little boy whose name I will never remember.
Oh, I've seen
I
him in
apologize.
something too. What was he in?
Sorry, I apologize.
Am I crazy that he's been that age for like 12 years?
I think he looks like somebody.
Okay,
'Cause
maybe.
I think this may be his first movie.
Okay, I was like, I've seen this kid before. And he's like, I don't want to do it, Dad. I've seen him.
I don't want to go to the zombie woods.
Zombies.
They zombie woods out there. What did you think about this movie?
Oh my. I was a little trepidatious going in.
Why?
Because I saw 10 minutes of it after a showing of 28 Days Later.
Oh, okay.
And it was the scene where they're walking in and then there's just like 400 deer.
Yeah,
running.
that's actually not that much of a spoiler.
Not
but there
really.
are 400 deer.
But they look very fake and poorly composited. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know if I'm going
Yeah.
to like this. So I was a little trepidatious.
Uh-huh.
I went in and there were parts I liked,
Okay.
but I don't know if it was my favorite movie overall. It was kind of
Wow.
odd. I thought it was odd.
Wow.
There were many parts where I went, I don't know about that one, man.
Wow.
How about you?
I thought it was incredible.
Oh, wow.
And I loved it.
The
I loved it
dividing
so
line.
much.
Wow.
Yes, tear down the middle, tear the poster down.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you. Well, that will say 28 years later, fuck you.
you.
But it'll have like a star where the U is.
Yeah.
Do you have to cover the C too, or do you just cover the U?
On fucks, I tend to cover both.
Okay.
But shit, I just cover the I.
Yeah.
I don't know what the rules really are. As long as it's obscured, I think it's fine.
Tweet at us at Food Court Cast. Can you not show the word fuck on TikTok?
I don't think so. I mean,
But you can say
could,
fuck,
but
right?
yeah, for some reason, if you put it in the captions, they go crazy. I don't know why. It's very odd. Weird.
I mean, China does lots of many good things. Lots of many good
They
things.
do lots of.
I actually don't know if they do or do not. I don't.
I've heard, from you hear from people here that it's so bad, but
Yeah.
I hear from people there that it's actually not bad,
Yeah.
and here is bad. So,
And we're both going based on propaganda. So who the fuck knows?
I know that's the thing, and you're like, I don't know if any government's that great. So, I don't. It's odd. It's odd. It's hard to say. But if you're write in if you're from China, and
Yeah.
let us know what you think, and you have to guarantee us you're not being coerced.
Yeah. And let us know if you're like a spy. That'd be cool.
That would be awesome to have spies. I wonder if we have spies who listen to the podcast.
Hey, tweet at us if you are a spy. Tweet at us at Food Court Cast if you are a spy.
We won't tell.
I'll tell you what happens in this movie,
Tell
though.
me the plot.
A roughly spoiler-free version of what happens in this movie. First, opening scene. Teletubbies. People are murdered.
Moited.
A child runs.
Oh, yeah. He gets out of there.
He goes to his priest father and he's like, hey, help us. This is bad. And the priest father is like, actually, we are being delivered. And this is good. This is the end times, and the end times are good.
Exactly.
Which is a thing that many people think now.
Mm-hmm.
And then flash forward to 28 years later. We're on a nice little island where Aaron Taylor Johnson,
yes,
who, big spoiler, this may be the first movie I've liked him in.
Oh, wow.
Did you like him in this?
I thought he was decent in it. Yeah, he didn't rub me the wrong way, which is
I think
good.
usually I'm just like, okay, well, he is very handsome. That's what I usually think in a movie. I go, okay, well. Though I don't know if he's been in any movies that I've liked, right? I know he's been in every movie, but somehow not any that I like.
I didn't mind the first Kick-Ass. I was like,
oh, yeah.
Godzilla had okay parts. But I didn't like Bullet Train, I didn't really like him in it either. And that's the thing about Godzilla, cool ideas, but he's not my favorite in it, and they make him such a big part of it.
I had forgotten that was him.
Yeah, I had forgotten.
Nosferatu? Big pile of shit.
And he's very weird now, but he's like,
well, I don't think my wife's going to do that.
It's like very odd.
Well, he's got a son, and it's his son's special day. His son's name is Spike. And he and Spike are going to have a special day, which means they're going to cross the small land bridge at low tide, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And they're going to go to the mainland of the UK, which may actually be Scotland or what. I guess it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
Once the zombies take over, it doesn't. There's really those sort of small differences don't really make much difference.
Not at all.
But they're going to go across because this is how you become a man. If you want to be a man, if you want to be this kind of man, because they show us that there are other options.
There are many other options.
I think if you're going to be a farmer or a seamster, you probably don't need to go to the other island, I would guess.
Yeah, probably not. Unless you're like, I gotta have this fabric.
I would love to be terrified for a full day.
Or more if I get stuck.
Yes. And they go across, and it sucks.
Really bad. Almost instantaneously.
Because there's a bunch of zombies
They're everywhere.
There's new kinds because it's been 28 years. So they have mutated a bit. They've grown up, some of them. There's big ones. There's pregnant ones.
That's wild.
There's like very lazy sluggy ones called slow lows, I think they call them. Honestly, and this is a testament to what I think is really good about the movie. The first time I watched it, I didn't understand half of what they were saying.
At all.
But I just didn't need it. Like they have very thick, like sort of train spot. Maybe I'm only saying that because of Danny Boyle, but sort of vaguely.
Do that,
And I go, well, I understand. I mean, I didn't understand it, but I got it.
You got it. You figured it out.
He's slow, and he's slow. They think they're having a great day.
Yeah.
They kill a few of the slow lows.
Yep.
Low slows.
Low slows.
And those are the easy ones. And then they see some of the ones we may remember from the first two movies that are fast and scary as fuck.
They just run at you.
And there's one in, it seems like each tribe or group or whatever that is an alpha.
The alpha.
Who's big and in many cases has a huge penis.
I think maybe every time we see one, we go, that's...
Wow.
You can tell by the giant penis.
That's a honker.
As soon as you see that thing, you got to run. But they're pretty tenacious, and they will keep.
And they're a little smarter too.
Yeah, something about it.
And so they go into a house and try to sleep it off, and the young man sees off in the distance a fire. Their house is almost knocked down by deer.
The classic.
And they manage to get free for the most part. They kill a few of the fast ones. And they get back to the island after being chased by a big ass alpha that's scary as fuck.
Very big, scary man.
Then our young man Spike, he doesn't like being praised.
No,
because he thinks it's
doesn't
bullshit.
need it.
And also, he doesn't like the fact that his father has lied to him. What he thinks is of as a lie, because his father said, "There's no doctors around.
Yeah, there's no doctor.
Your sick mother, we can't help her." And an uncle or a grandpa, somebody, an older man, is like, "Hey, yeah, there's a doctor, but he's fucking insane."
Yeah, he's crazy.
One thing you definitely should not do
is
go see that crazy doctor.
Yeah.
And Spike goes, "Well, what I'm going to do is take my mother
to the crazy doctor.
Go to the crazy doctor.
Take my crazy mother to the crazy doctor."
And so they go back on the island to go on a trip.
A journey they'll never forget.
I think anything past that is a spoiler.
Yeah, super spoiler.
Honestly, that probably is sort of a spoiler, but
I did say spoiler earlier.
But now, really, 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 really spoiler alert, because it's Euro time.
It's Euro time to feast. We feasted our eyes, and now we're going to feast our minds on this rumination. We're going to ruminate on it.
Yeah, I would love to ruminate on it.
Just ruminate.
You, who thought this was the worst movie of all time.
Not the worst, just odd. I would say odd.
I will totally agree that it's odd.
Yeah, I was like,
it's 100% odd.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited they made some choices again. Another movie where it's like choices are being made.
Danny made so many goddamn choices.
But sometimes I went, did those choices have to be made? Alex was like, do this choice. Yes. Yeah. Which Alex Garland will be taking over for all our gaming fans, the Elden Ring movie, which could be crazy. It seems like it probably will be.
In my opinion, he makes mostly pretty good movies.
Yeah, I think so.
I think everyone hated Men, but I thought it was pretty good.
It was pretty weird, but it was
40% of people hated Civil War. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I think increasingly people are beginning to hate him.
Yeah, maybe
it's like one of the he's just like one of the new internet guys to hate.
Yeah, once you start doing a lot of stuff, people are just like, ugh, actually he's awful. And you're like, oh no.
Warfare rules. Sorry, I know I'm the only one who thinks this, but Warfare rules.
Warfare. I never saw it.
It fucking rules. Okay, what's the best part, if you don't mind telling me?
My beef lamb hero of 28 years later was our dear Ralph Fiennes. He was my favorite part of the movie.
God.
He was truly crazy and delivered it in a very, like, I don't even know, like, sincere, but like, he was crazy, but he was also kind of soft, which I thought was a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't just like, I'm a scary doctor. He was like, oh, I care about people, and I'm like, it was crazy what he was doing.
Yes.
But he was kind of respecting death, basically.
Truly. I think he's amazing in it.
Yeah.
I thought in general, though, like, the concept you have of him versus what you find him to be is one of my favorite parts of the movie. The fact that he, like, the way they describe him and the way Aaron Taylor Johnson describes him is like, we went too far out when we got into the mainland and we saw him piling up bodies
and burning
them. And you're like, okay, well, that's terrifying.
That's pretty creepy, yeah.
And then, like, a lot of the marketing of the movie is massive bone and skull trees and temples and shit.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that's terrifying.
Very,
But when you meet him, he's like, well, all these people died and I wanted to, like, put up a memorial for them. And you're like, oh, wow, that's, like, pretty nuts, but also, like, kind of powerful.
Exactly.
Did you, I wondered if this part was divisive, did you find the really spoiler alert, the, like, euthanasia of the mother to be good or bad? I loved it, but I can understand how someone would.
It was like, I think if you've bought into this crazy doctor and you're, like, being touched by what he's, like, explaining, like, because I was like, okay, I'm like, this works for me. It was a little wild, like the slow-mo, him, like, shooting her with the dart. that was like very on the edge of like, this is kind of crazy, but
Yes.
I think it did work overall, and it was kind of this sweet, sad moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot. You had to like be like in it to really feel that.
It's especially because, and this is a movie full of things that are right on the edge of like knocking you all the way out of the movie. I think, like nearly every scene has some cut to a thing that you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
What?
What? Yeah, it makes you do
Is
that
this
a lot.
Shakespeare? Are they cutting to Shakespeare right now?
It was very. I don't even know, like. Avant-garde, new wave maybe would be a better, like French new wave. Just like suddenly these images are happening, and you're like, "Whoa, what does that have to do with anything?"
Terrifying night vision of a deer.
Yeah. Oh God, the red night vision, terrifying.
That's
I was
fucking
like,
awful.
So gross. Looking.
And when Spike dreams in the night vision, you're like, oh, fuck.
And he sees his mom in the water with just the red eyes.
It's just horrible.
This is wild. So there were
horrible.
some truly like powerful visuals, and I think all the stuff with the boots, which that was the marketing, but I was like, this is very unnerving and like scary. I'm just like, ugh.
Can I share with you this fact I learned? Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Danny Boyle saw the teaser trailer. And he was like, "Oh, that poem is really cool." So it was not in the movie before.
Really? Whoa, that's crazy.
He just was like, "Oh, good choice."
I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in here.
It's really.
I wonder
amazing.
if it was cut as weird too before he put it in there, because that got so experimental when that started playing. I was like, "Whoa."
I'm sure it was a little weird.
Yeah.
But all of that stuff is super cool. Like it's okay. Let me tell you about my Euro.
Tell me your Euro.
I've sort of talked about it, but I really enjoyed the fact that Spike is taking his mom to be fixed, to be healed.
Yeah.
And he thinks that he will go there and the doctor will, use medicine to save her. But in the end, the doctor does exactly what he needs to.
Yeah.
And I found that really powerful.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like his mother is sweet and she's losing her mind.
Yeah.
Because we find out she's got brain cancer and maybe breast cancer and all sorts of different cancers. And the doctor, like, well, what he's like is essentially like, she's gonna be dead soon. And he's like, it's just nicer for someone to die before they suffer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's going to get much worse.
And especially since you're going to be walking through zombie-infested worlds.
Yeah, I don't want that.
You probably don't want a person who's like suffering and screaming out in pain and shit.
And like walking off thinking things are happening that aren't happening. Yeah, it's just like not a good idea.
And I thought the whole fucking big tower of skulls is crazy, like next level shit.
Yeah,
it's like
wild.
When you see it, you go, "Wow, that's terrifying." And then when it is represented in the movie as like he is placing this person's skull who he knew. Yeah. First of all, it's to like the Swedish guy, but then it's like his mother's skull, and you're like, "Oh, wow, this is crazy shit." And I just loved that.
Absolutely.
I just loved it so much.
Yeah, I thought. Once it got there, I was like, okay, I'm kind of back in, because I'd kind of been pulled out of it, and I was like, I'm trying to get back in the movie, and that helped a lot. I loved how wacky he looked, like with the iodine all over.
It's really brilliant.
So I was like, oh, that's a wild idea.
And there's so much shit. Like that thing is really smart, because that's another thing that you see him in the trailer. When you first see him, you're like, this guy's fucking scary. Is he covered in blood? Like you think, but he's covered in iodine because he's a doctor and he realized that iodine keeps away the virus. For whatever reason, it's harder to get infected if you're covered in iodine.
Yeah, and they don't like you. They don't want to touch you.
Well, he's not. I mean, he does look scary. Yeah. But it is like expressly for the purpose of not getting the virus.
Yeah.
It's like just like a really cool, like, appearances can be deceiving.
Absolutely.
This guy is crazy in one way, maybe. Yeah. Like he is making skull art, so there is something
skull art,
something crazy about him.
But honestly, the craftsmanship, wow, especially in the apocalypse, you're like able to
all the fucking like arm and leg bones wrapped around the trees.
He's like, I got to do something with. I got the skull idea, but What am I gonna do with the arms and legs?
So many extra bones.
Got all these trees.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's pretty wild. Yeah, it was a very like something you would see in a non-live action movie. Like it felt like they were just like it was a really well done, crazy idea. And I like that it kind of plays off the kind of morbid nature of doctors and like their kind of apatheticness towards it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they're just like him like cleaning this muscles and hair off the dead soldier's skull when it comes out.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah. It's just a little crazy.
It's interesting. Like it's this weird combination of like, well, he's just very matter of fact about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like the whole reason he's putting it up is like this is a memory of all the people who have passed away, and if we don't remember them, well, what's the point?
Exactly.
And it's like, wow, that's really cool.
I think he says a line of like something about like the elements will wear it down, and they have to watch out for that, and they have to watch out for Spike, which I thought was kind of nice.
Yeah.
He was a sweet because Spike bumps it and drops a skull. But it made me think about. I was like, wow, I got one of those.
A skull?
Yeah, I went, oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
That's just my head.
there's a skull in there.
And it's always funny to think like, yeah, the bottom wouldn't be there because the tendons and stuff are keeping it up there.
You damn jaw.
Your jaw.
Another thing I liked.
Tell me about it.
This is not my beef lamb euro.
Did you say your beef lamb euro?
I think it's just the whole doctor thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's it.
Like Rafe, every part of him, every part of that scene, like the way everything happens.
I love it. I'm a big fan.
I really loved the causeway scene.
The causeway
with like the whole land bridge.
Yes, that's a
Obviously,
good idea.
like them going out is super cool and a great idea.
Yeah.
But them coming back in the night.
Yeah, it was wild.
There's like a really cool piece of music. And I like the fact that they have thought out this thing and not really said it out loud, but like the idea that like there's no light pollution. There's no electric light. So you can see the whole fucking Milky Way in the sky.
Yeah, that's wild.
And also they're being chased by a big alpha.
Which I wondered about
terrifying.
that. I was like, is that true? You would see it that vividly?
No clue.
Because I was like, if that's true, I need to go somewhere like that because that'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
There are places.
Okay. Well, I'll check them out.
I have been to, where was I? It was like, I was on this tour of like Grand Canyon and other places.
Yeah.
And it was around that area in Arizona, New Mexico and stuff like that.
Whoa.
And there was like one of the hotels we stayed at where there was this like late night thing where we just went out into the parking lot and laid on blankets. And like, just didn't look at any light for, like a half an hour. And like your eyes really adjust and you like really can see a lot more stuff.
That's
it's cool.
Cool. That sounds awesome.
But I love the causeway scene, one, because it was just fun and scary.
Yeah, it was very intense.
But also I thought it was just like really interestingly presented. The music is like really majestic.
Absolutely. It was interesting.
And it made me think, well, okay, there's this like small celebration of like, maybe this is one of the good things about the post-apocalypse is like, there's no light so you can like look at the stars, that sort of thing. But also the music sort of continues to be majestic while they're being chased, which is really interesting.
I was like,
and I almost thought, and maybe this is just me thinking, but it's like this part is almost the Alpha story.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, a lot of his family members and friends have been killed, and he's trying to kill the people, and like he is the one who's doing something amazing.
Yeah, it is kind of this. Yeah,
they're like falling over, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And the Alpha just like, I'm running as fast as I fucking can the whole time.
Yeah, it's like sweeping landscapes, but he's just like running. By. You're like, oh shit! Yeah,
I just thought it was like, just as with so much of the thing, such an interesting way to attempt such a thing.
Absolutely.
Where like a lot of times this would be, as it is with a lot of the rest of the movie, where it's like you'll just be like bum 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 bum, and instead it's like and they're still running and scared,
like,
but it's fuck, this sucks.
I love the part the dad just goes, this is it, Spike. He's like, we're about to die. He's just like, that's that. We're done. I mean, the guy's like on them. And it's so scary because they don't have any arrows left, which I got to say, I know they're hesitant with the blood because if that blood gets on you.
Yeah.
But I would be picking up every arrow I
100%.
shoot because
100%.
you can't just make arrows forever.
No.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna
Yeah,
work.
when they weren't grabbing the arrows, I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be bad.
Yeah. This is
Now, I guess in theory they're gonna go and shoot 10 things and then come back.
Yeah, I guess
But
so.
you got to plan.
You really have to
ahead.
plan ahead. And you have to be very aware when you're teaching your son about slow lows.
Yeah,
There could be a slow low right behind you.
that part was really scary.
The slow lows were pretty creepy, and I was like,
Just disgusting.
ooh. I did find it odd that there was just like a fat family or something. Like, I was like, why are there all these fat zombies? I don't understand. But whatever. That's just it feels like I had a visual idea, and they're like, let's just do it.
Some of us are lazy.
Yeah, if it was in a video game, I would not question it at all. So it's these kind of logical. And there is a video game I love called Left 4 Dead. It was this series with and there are special zombies, and that I loved. I thought that was so fun.
Support you.
It was interesting to see them try some visual stuff. I did like when the low slow finds them. The kid Spike and his mom are like sleeping in this ruins or something, and the low slow is like creeping up and like finds his shoelace. And earlier they show them eating worms, and I just like the visual of like it's like that's not
spits
a
it out. I
worm.
don't like this.
I want something else. I want this boy's neck. But the mom goes into a fugue state or something and bashes them.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was like, oh,
Moms should do that more
I thought they were gonna do some like, oh, she's developing some kind of. I was like, what's that? This is wild.
I think she just,
She just was dying.
she's just being a mom.
Yeah, just
She's like, I gotta protect my son.
Oh right, I should kill that thing.
And she's like, oh, I forgot.
I
Shit.
put a bag over its head and bash it to death.
I think this may be
Oh,
the real most divisive part of the movie.
okay, tell me.
At the very end, we meet a man named Jimmy, who has a whole crew
Yes.
of dyed blonde hair, like backflipping
Yeah.
kung fu badasses.
Yes. With baseball. No, I mean golf clubs and
Golf clubs
swords, or I don't know
and
what they have.
like Adidas tracksuits.
Yeah.
And they do killing.
They're crazy.
And I thought this was incredible, and I loved it. Did you hate this?
It's so funny because I just started laughing like, wait, like it was so completely different vibe from the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what's happening?
Yep.
And it felt cuckoo.
Yeah.
And it was weird. It's like almost like if this was in another movie, I might have responded better, but it did throw me off really a lot. And it did that thing of like, oh, they're just setting up for another movie.
They're absolutely doing that.
Which I mean, they do at the beginning. They show the kid with the cross, and you're like, okay, that'll come up at some point.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's not the dad.
No.
It's definitely not the dad.
I thought it was for a second.
And then I was like,
wait, that's probably not him.
That's not him. But yeah, he's interesting. I knew they were going to do something with Jimmy because they, there's the zombie with the Jimmy carved in him.
Really fucked up.
Yeah, and then which I'm hoping that was always a zombie and not just a person they killed, but who knows?
Hey.
And there's some like store sign where they put Jimmy instead of something. I don't know.
I think it's like someone has written one of those like today you'll go off into the clouds or something like that, and they have added Jimmy to it.
Jimmy, yeah.
Jimmy. My man Jimmy.
It was interesting. I can't tell if it was fun, and I was like, this is nuts, but I don't know how I feel about it in this. If it began that way, the second movie.
I mean, I think it will.
Okay, probably they'll start there. I just think that because I liked it ending with Spike like on his own. He has to protect himself. Even if it was like you just hear a voice and then you see the gold cross and it ends, could be interesting. But it ending like that just
they do backflips.
Me. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, like it was so jarring, and then it just ends, and you're like, wait, like hold on.
Yep.
Which that's a strategy, I guess.
It is. I mean, once again, they definitely made a choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Which I mean, it very is like a train spotting, like stylistic. Which I love Train Spotting too, and that's a wacky movie, but it's
T2,
so
baby.
good.
T2.
Yeah, I love that it was called T2. Like Terminator never existed.
Masterpiece.
This is T2.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Did I have any other positive things to say about this movie?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, I really loved, and this is because of our current days, I loved the fact that Jimmy's priest father
Yeah.
in the beginning was just like, no, this is good.
He's insane. Yeah, my children. And even after he gets bit, he's still like, like leading yeah, that was interesting. They played a lot more with like your role as a person translates after you're a zombie.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they kind of did that in 28 Weeks Later, where the dad is like trying to get his kids, like he's infected and he's trying. So I was like, okay, I think they're playing with that a bit.
Pretty fun.
And I got all that, like the alpha's like, okay, we go back kind of animal mode. And, but I don't know.
It's almost time.
I think it is almost time to turn.
What's the low main of this movie?
The
What's
low
the worst
main.
part? Tell me everything.
The low main for me
is it the alpha.
It's the alpha.
Really?
I thought that just kind of didn't work for me in this setting.
Whoa!
In the world they developed, it just kind of felt
my mind is blown.
Well, because like the rabies, the rage virus, it makes you basically like a mindless like animal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But animals with rabies, they don't behave normal. They're erratic. They're crazy. So I was like, this doesn't really make sense to me. Like you're like an animal pack, but wouldn't you would be crazy. So I don't think there'd be any system. So that kind of confused my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know if I like that. It felt like a different series. I think that's my problem.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, I think that and I didn't like that the alphas did the Predator thing. I was like, that's Predator. You can't steal Predator.
The head.
That I thought it was too predatory.
Maybe they saw the Predator before they died.
And they're like, hell yeah, now I'm the Predator.
He's like, this is a cool movie.
Which, of course, it looks cool to pull someone's... I was like, that's crazy.
It does
but
look cool.
I've seen the Predator do it. And the Predator purrs while he does it, so...
Take that, Alpha.
Take that, Alpha. But I get what they were doing. I think it was them trying to be like, okay, it's mutated, it's changed.
Yes.
But I don't know if I follow even that logic. I don't know if I follow the logic of them still being around 28 years later. I think
they have
that's
survived.
why. Yeah, because even in 28 Weeks Later, they're like, oh, most of them have starved.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, how are they like jacked and ripped? Like it just kind of didn't. Or like the fat ones, I'm like, how are you still fat? I mean, how are you getting that much food? My brain went into too much logic, probably. So it started to mess with my perception.
I support you.
Thank you. I know a lot of other people probably love that, and we're like, hell yeah.
I love the alphas, but I think I may have loved almost every single thing about this movie. So that's
good.
Different.
Hey, that's
yeah. That's the opposite of liking nothing about it.
I haven't seen the second one in a while, but I think I preferred that one.
Second one's pretty awesome. I watched it.
I remember the helicopter scene, cutting all the heads off. That was amazing.
Really good.
Yeah.
It's got Jeremy Renner in it. And I didn't realize that he was in it before Hurt Locker.
Oh, wow.
Playing like a very similar character.
That's
and it's got, I can never remember his name, but the guy who's in Oz and who is like the pilot in the second and third Matrix movie.
Yes, he's in that show From. I forget his name. He's really good.
He's so good.
Yeah, he's great.
I've forgotten his name. Sorry.
What's her? Rose Byrne? Is that the lady?
She is in it. Yeah. I had forgotten she was in it.
I remember liking it.
My least favorite part of this movie, you already mentioned it, CG deer.
Yeah, that was bad. I gotta be honest.
Especially in a movie where, like, even the stuff that looks weird looks really cool.
Yeah, it's like something's happening.
Like,
here.
there's so many weird cuts and so much weird stuff, and a lot of it's just like, well, at least that looks like a thing.
Yeah.
Like there's these like sort of bullet timey cuts when someone gets an arrow through their head, and I just thought that was super cool. And I don't know why in what was a pretty expensive movie that the deer looks so bad.
I'm wondering if it's like, okay, this might ruffle some feathers.
Yeah.
British entertainment, I feel like, they might have their VFX artists and stuff, and they're not at the same level or something. Like, I've seen that, like, Doctor Who or something, and I'm like, God, this looks horrible. The effects are so bad. And I know that's a TV show, but
sure,
I feel like maybe there's different standards, and maybe in England they were like, these deer look amazing.
Maybe.
Bloody hell, how did they get that many deer in the picture? But to me, I was just like, ugh, that looks awful. It looks worse than the deer in The Ring 2.
Yeah.
And those looked pretty bad.
If you're listening and you are from England, I want to apologize.
Sorry.
But whoever did this did do a really bad job.
Yeah,
It like
just
looks
didn't
so
look-
fucking bad.
It didn't work for me.
And especially, it's like one of those things where the quality is such an interesting part of the movie.
Yeah.
Where like sometimes you'll have like these vistas and these beautiful shots of things that look amazing. And then sometimes in a close up or something will look like a little weird and grainy
warped.
in a way that like is also cool.
Yeah.
Like it's taking advantage of the thing. But when you see the CG deer, it doesn't even seem like they are in the same world.
No, yeah, it feels very composited and like not. It like almost didn't even blend frame rate wise. Like something was off. I was like, oh.
It really.
And it's not like RRR where you're like, I know that's not a great looking tiger, but I don't care because it's just so wacky and fun.
It rules.
This was just like.
It didn't rule.
See, this is the problem. That was what was in that 10-minute clip.
Yeah.
And I went, it literally started with those deer, and I was like, oh, no. Don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, the rest of, like, right after the deer leave, it's
You're like,
very
fun.
scary
Yeah,
and cool.
It's cool.
But the deer just fucking suck.
It was really not good. The deer and the night vision, great.
Yes.
Creepy.
I think that was just a regular ass
Freaky.
deer, right?
Maybe maybe the zombies are surviving off of the deer. There were a lot of deer.
There's a lot of deer.
Let's just go with that. I'll accept that.
They're surviving.
There's
off
just
the deer.
enough deer that people are, and they're going to the gym.
The alpha is eating deer.
Yeah.
He's doing a creatine shake every day.
He's ripping heads off. That is a lot of energy, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he's doing marrow.
Marrow, got it. Yeah.
He's like the fucking who's the meat guy? What's that guy's name?
Oh, the meat
liver
guy,
master or something. He's kind of like the liver master.
He is. They should have cast him in this. That'd have been great.
Yeah. What else? What else sucks about that? What did you think about? Was it tonal shifts? What was about it that you felt weird about?
The editing, I appreciate them trying, but it did throw me off.
It's insane.
Like just sudden cuts to stuff and then
it's
not
really insane.
It's like showing without telling, sure, but sometimes if you show me too many like things I don't understand, I'm like, what's happening? Like, and it was so jarring because it happened so much early on, and I was like, I'm trying to catch my breath here. I'm like, wait, why is it doing all this? Or like it cuts to like the like mask guy with the arrow. With the blood eyes. I was like, that looks cool, but I don't know what it symbolizes. And then later you see them and you're like, okay, but why did you show that? It just was odd. Some of the choices were odd.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the visual effects took me out a couple times. I love the run back to the base scene, but then there's like in the wide, there's like digital water manipulation. And I was like, I don't know why they're doing that. Maybe there's plankton and it's making it glow or something. Just was a little odd. And the space thing felt, I like that idea, but it felt it felt like almost like you just slid a JPEG of space or something. So it took me out. It is
quite fake.
Yeah, I was like, I like these ideas. Like you're making this like kind of wild idea. I did love the music thing. It was like such a weird jarring.
I like the whole
thing,
score.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
The score was cool. And also great job to that trailer guy again, because that was the creepiest, freakiest
one of the
sound
best
ever.
trailers.
Yeah, it really was.
It's really awesome.
I think I like the trailer more than the whole, but I also thought it was way too long.
Oh.
I was like, can we? Okay, I'll tell you what.
Say
I
it.
think they could have cut the part where the Alpha finds them again and like tries to kill Ray Fiennes.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was like, we've already done this scene. Like you stopped him earlier. We don't need that again. We get that he wants his baby. That felt like overkill to me. So, and to me, I would cut the ending.
You're cutting Jimmy?
Yeah, I would just hint at him and then start the movie with that crazy scene and be like, "Oh, this movie's different from the last movie."
Yeah,
because it's crazy.
I support you, even if I wholeheartedly disagree with you.
Well, because regardless, they're gonna make it. So I'm like,
they are definitely gonna make it.
Yeah, it's like. Why not? I don't know. It felt like too much of it. It felt like the million endings thing. Like, can we just? I get it. Like,
there's a lot of endings.
Okay, I'm getting into it.
Do it.
I thought it was odd that they never showed the dad's reaction to his son disappearing. Like he just goes and it's just focusing on their journey.
That's true.
I was like, I feel like we need some emotional, like you can't leave scene or something to bridge it. Because then when they just suddenly show him. Oh, that we found a baby. And he's like, oh, Spike.
Yeah.
It felt I didn't feel like I had enough emotional connection to that at all. It was odd. It was cool looking him running into the water.
Yeah.
He wants to get his son, but
Yeah.
it just felt, I don't know. I just felt like it was kind of messy a little bit. And
I think it truly is messy.
yeah, but
Even as much as I loved it,
yeah,
I think it is definitely messy.
yeah.
I think it is intentionally messy,
Absolutely.
but that doesn't mean it has to work for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's, and I admire the try. Like even rewatching 28 Days Later, there was stuff that I was like, this is pretty wacky, and like
Yeah.
the end of that where they like freeze frame like flying into the car. I was like, this is kind of comical,
Yeah.
but like, so I know he's a very experimental, wild.
Did
guy.
you see a big screen?
I did see it big screen.
It's fucking crazy.
It was wild. Yeah,
There's like so much shit in that movie that is so insanely cool.
yeah,
Like all the monkeys look terrifying
very.
when you're first meeting them, and it's like really incredibly weird looking grainy video.
Grainy, yeah,
And
very weird.
just some of the crazy choices, obviously, like them like driving by what looks like a painting of flowers or something.
Yes, that was wild.
But I sort of suspect is just like weird glass in front of the flower. Who knows?
It felt very wild. It reminded me of Kira Kurosawa's Dreams.
Yeah.
Like the painting world or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's a better movie, the 28 Days Later.
I think I probably agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's okay to fully not respond to stuff. That's all right.
Now I've also seen 28 Days Later a lot more. So
True.
who knows? I mean, I've only seen this movie twice.
Yeah.
So if I see it 12 more times,
You
I
may.
might go, well, this is the one.
This is
The one. It is trying to do a lot more.
Yes,
I think.
absolutely.
And I think a lot of it is successful, but it is many different movies in this movie.
Yes.
Like the father and son thing is like a whole movie in most movies.
Yes.
The mother and son thing is a whole movie in most movies. Like those two things are both whole movies.
Doctor.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah.
It kind of had a little Children of Men vibe for a sec.
Yeah.
Like it's like these ideas are interesting, but I don't know if they fit in this world is my problem. Like the baby scene, it was like somewhat powerful to me and somewhat so silly that I was like,
oh, when they're like holding.
Yeah, I think that's kind of beautiful, this mother connection. But then it just starts to just make me not buy into the whole virus. Like it just confuses me. I'm like, I don't know, man. And like the idea of the zombies, okay, I just get logically stuck.
Tell me.
You're bleeding.
I'm bleeding.
Festering for 28 years.
Yeah.
Somehow you're in amazing condition. You're fucking for some reason and my brain's like, I can't follow it. My brain doesn't follow it.
You're just not as horny as a zombie is.
Yeah, I guess
Zombies are really horny.
They're really, yeah. Horny zombies, baby.
I
Bring 'em
mean,
back.
28 years ago, the alpha was just a little boy.
Yeah.
A little zombie boy.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then he just...
I guess that's what I guess that's the idea. They were children who got bit and they grew into...
One day, he saw Arnold Schwarzenegger poster
Yeah.
in, a rotted out video store.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm going to be like him.
It's like,
Oh, yeah. Now, what would be cool is if Jimmy has to face one of his childhood friends who's now become
that's pretty cool.
alpha.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
I think I probably will put this on my top movies of the year.
Oh, wow. Hey, that's amazing. I say go for it.
Because it's just like, this is the sort of movie that I totally key in with.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a genre movie, which I love. And it's
Yeah.
also doing crazy things within
Very
the
crazy.
structure of that genre movie.
True.
Where it's like the editing is insane. The like, there's just shots that are just so stupid and crazy.
Yeah.
Like the fact that
You're
there's
like, huh?
like night vision, but it's red
Yeah.
and their eyes are bright, and you're like, this is fucking terrifying.
It was freaky. The stuff that was supposed to be freaky, I thought was freaky.
Yeah. And the mom just almost drowning with terrifying
Oh my gosh.
eyes.
Yeah, that was wild. The mom stuff was very like, they did a good job making that very like what the hell's happening with her? And they kept cutting to that dang bacon, and I was like, what's going on
What's
there?
going on with this bacon?
Yeah, it got creepy.
I will say another thing that I thought was like a visual effects thing that I didn't love inside of the scene that I loved when they're like killing, when they're euthanizing the mother.
Yes.
There's like this sort of ball fire floating around that I didn't entirely understand.
Yeah.
And it looks cool when it's behind him in like close-ups, but like there's this really long shot pointing down where it's like floating around and it looks super fakey.
It's like her spirit's leaving, but it just didn't.
Yeah.
It just was odd to throw into this type of world. I just struggle with it. I'm like, I don't know if I can make that leap, and I want to, but I don't know if I can.
Can you make a leap for me?
Yes, I can.
To are there any other things you want to say about this movie?
I think that covers it. I think that about covers it.
Did I say this? Watch this movie. Hopefully, you have already watched it since you're through all of the spoilers.
Yeah, that would be
every
bad,
single thing that has happened in this movie.
Exactly. You'd be like, okay.
You know that there's a weird gang that does backflips.
Which, again, isolate that. I'm like, that was wacky and fun, but I don't know.
It is a really wild thing to put at the end of your like moving movie about death and
I just don't know, man. That was so crazy. I'm very interested to see if like Spike has like blonde hair and a tracksuit next movie. That'd be crazy.
I mean, he might.
His dad has to come save him or so. I don't know.
I was surprised to like Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think I agree with you.
I mean, I don't think he's amazing in it.
No.
But I think he's like perfectly solid in the way that he needs to be.
Yeah, he feels daddish to me.
He just feels like a dad.
Well, he's weird dad. He's like, yeah, kill him, Spike. Yes. He's like, okay. But I guess after 28 years, you're like, yeah, this is cool.
We got to kill these motherfuckers.
Yeah. That was interesting.
But we can't only talk about Danny Boyle and Alice Garland's 28 years later. We've got to talk about Pan Express presents Express Yourself about the movies that we're going to speak. Play the theme song.
Bing, 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 ding, 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 boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, boom, bing, 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 ding, 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 cronk, cronk, cronk. It's time for the Pan Express. Squawk, squawk, because we got some things to express. Woo, woo, about the things we watch. Tink, tink, this week. Da-da-da-da, brown.
Before I talk about the movies I watched this week, I just want to apologize because you're going to hear probably the blasting of the AC.
Oh, we had to stay cold.
As much as I will put on filters and stuff,
it's going to be there.
It's going to be there because it is. It is like 90s, feels like 100s out there.
Oh God, yeah.
And we wanted some beautiful natural light.
We love natural light,
but the light heats up the room.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the window is just on fire right now.
And I've got the AC set to like 68, which is about like 7 or 8 degrees lower than I usually put it.
Yeah.
And it's still just fucking hot as fuck.
It's pretty warm.
I don't know how.
We tried our best, but it's like when I do streams, people are like, what's that sound? I'm like, it's the air conditioner. I don't have a choice.
Also, when you're performing as we are,
oh God,
you're moving a lot.
Case in point, there was a show years ago we did in a brewery in Atlanta, middle of the summer, no air conditioning. It's impossible to perform. You're just like
a nightmare.
How about this joke? And everyone is miserable.
They're like, we don't like it.
We don't like
it's
you.
Hot.
We don't want to be here.
We don't like us.
And here's beer. It's gonna dry you out, and you're gonna be even worse off.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna burn in your mouth.
Yeah. That was so.
I saw a lot of movies this week.
It's so funny. I've been trying this whole pod behind the scenes, trying to remember. It's like, I know I watched something and I cannot summon it to my mind.
Well, I have 3 different movies to tell you about.
I know what it is.
What'd you see?
Got it.
Tell me while you remember.
Did I already talk about this one? The live action How to Train Your Dragon. Did I tell you about this?
You did.
Oh, we did? Dang. Fuck. I guess
do you have any new thoughts?
Was the one. Yeah, it didn't need to be made. That's same thought.
They don't need to be made.
No. Did I see something else? I really can't remember.
Did it make any? It probably made a ton of money, right?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll make a ton of them. Dang it.
It's weird.
Maybe I didn't watch anything.
It's one of the weirdest ideas.
Yeah, I don't like
like who thought of it?
Especially the same director. It's like,
oh yeah, that's
the weirdest time that happened. Do you remember Death at a Funeral?
Yes. Yeah.
It's a very funny British like comedy.
Yeah.
Then they had the same director remake it with like an all black cast.
Yeah, isn't Chris Rocker in it?
Yeah,
Like
and they still brought Peter Dinklage back to play the same character, and I was like, "What? Like just making the same movie again? I can't imagine that. That's such a weird idea to me.
I can't listen to a British accent for an hour.
Yeah, it was just strange. But I hope it's. I don't know if it will stop anytime soon, but it's just.
It seems like as comic movies are dying, or comic book movies are dying, now the remaking a movie that has already existed is soaring.
It's just a stupid idea.
Though, Sinners made a lot of money.
Yes.
This seems like it might make some money.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And now he's remaking X-Files, right? The Sinners guy.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I think he's coming out with a remake of X-Files.
Oh, no.
I think it's a show.
He's probably just producing it, right?
Maybe, yeah. That's probably more.
Hopefully, he's just like putting his name on it.
Yeah.
Making some money from it.
That's true. Maybe he'll make like the first episode.
Yeah.
They do that sometimes. They have the big guy make an episode and everyone else, they're just randoms.
Sam Raimi did a few. Ash versus the Evil Dead.
Those were great episodes.
Pretty good show.
Of all the shows,
yeah,
that's one of the best.
It's a pretty good show.
It's so funny. I really like that show.
It's just very silly.
That's one of those tragic cancellations where you're like, it was awesome.
Just let it go forever.
Please.
You know what did not go forever, though?
What?
Hot Shots Part 1 and 2.
Oh,
which I watched both of them this week.
Nice. Hell yeah.
One, these are just really funny movies.
Yes.
Charlie Sheen, I think, has gotten a very bad reputation for many reasons, for being like a drug addict who like gave different people AIDS and stuff.
Not the best.
Like not hard to praise.
Though when I watched that interview, that famous interview, I'm laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
He's so insane in that.
He is insane.
So wild.
But he's incredible in these movies. He's just really funny and a good actor.
Yeah.
And like the perfect head and face and body for these movies. Like he is funny enough to like be funny, but also is handsome enough to like work as the hero of a movie.
Yeah, and he's like a real actor.
Yeah,
like a lot of times comedies where they just get like a stand-up or something, you're like, I can't really.
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing a joke.
Yeah, it's like it's like when Val Kilmer's in Top Secret. You're like, oh, this is an actor, but it's like funnier because of that, and that's what gives me hope for Liam Neeson in this new
fingers crossed
Naked Gun. It could be horrible, but I have hope.
Real fingers crossed. But another thing I had forgotten is how amazing like the sexual chemistry is between he and his like his main female leads. Like the scenes that are funny scenes are like also like much sexier than any sex scene in a movie now.
Exactly.
Like he's frying bacon on her belly, and somehow it is like more erotic than any current movie.
I know current movies are just like put two hot people in a room and it's like, okay, the chemistry.
It's like they're
what chemistry?
They don't even like each other.
Yeah, at all. It's like, how? Why? I don't understand why they're suddenly like, I'm very confused.
But they are both masterpieces. 5 stars, million stars.
I need to rewatch those. I remember loving them. That type of movie is very fun. You can do them very wrong to where you're like, this isn't working.
It is too bad that they like eventually wore out their welcome because they're some of my favorite comedy. I mean, like Airplane and Top Secret, and those two movies are both all just great.
And they work in show like Police Squad. I loved that.
Police Squad's amazing.
There was a show a while back called Anti-Tribeca that was in that.
Yes.
It kind of wavered quality wise, but I always love a grab your seat and like picking up the seat stuff.
Yeah.
There seems to be one of those in the new Naked Gun where they drag the seat.
That's what I like.
We
drag
love
a
stuff
seat
like that.
I also rewatched the first 2 Wrong Turn movies.
Oh wow, I haven't seen that. I only saw the first one, but it's been
Second one kind of sucks, but is also amazing.
Nice.
It is in the second one the switch is that they're filming a reality show while they while they're in the woods. So there's a bunch. Somehow all the same people from the first one survived, even though they were blown up
What? Really?
in a big house.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, not the bad
guys,
people. Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy.
And they're still killing.
They're still killing. They love killing.
A great series. I've actually only seen the first two and the remake, but all of them are amazing. So
Yeah, that's great.
I can only imagine the rest are great.
The first one had my crush, my childhood crush.
Alicia Dusher?
Yeah, I was always like, whoa.
She's very beautiful in that movie.
I remember
in general.
Yeah.
She's very beautiful.
As a kid, my sister would watch Bring It On, and I was always like,
Yeah.
just waiting for the scene. I went, there she is.
Is she the one who pukes under the bed in Sixth Sense?
Oh,
or
is
it
she?
somebody else?
Maybe she is. Maybe she is.
I can
Ghost
remember.
girl.
Hey. Eliza Dushku?
Dushku.
Is it Dushku?
Yeah, Dushku.
Were you in Sixth Sense as the puking
May
girl?
have been her.
I don't know. Tweet at us at Food Court.
Tweet us.
Final thing I watched was Materialists.
Oh, yeah. How
The
was
Celine
that?
Song movie?
I was interested to see it.
Man, I thought it was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's definitely slightly different than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And much darker than I thought it would be.
Interesting.
There's definitely some. Basically, she plays a matchmaker, and she meets this hot guy, but her old boyfriend comes back into her life right at the same time. And it is sort of that movie. I mean, a lot of it is that movie, but also she is a matchmaker, and like she has this very cynical view of love and relationships, and also like some surprisingly weird and bad stuff happen with like one of her matches that she match makes.
Yeah.
So she feels like this intense feeling of like, is this my fault? Like I introduced these people. Is this my fault? So it's like a wrinkle that I did not expect to be in the movie at all. And I thought it was pretty good.
Whoa.
I think Chris Evans is maybe he's finally becoming the actor he should have been.
I think after I like him in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
And then I like him in Knives Out, actually.
Yeah.
Snowpiercer is fine. Yeah. But once he got into the cloud of the superhero, it's like.
And I think he's even perfect for that character in that movie, but still. But
it's like, get out of here. Let him just be an actor again. And I do enjoy that. I think
he's pretty fucking good in this.
Yeah.
And even Pedro Pascal, who I don't think I like very much.
That's great.
Only because he too is in every single movie.
I know it's that. I wish there was a way to get around that, but it just really poisons it. It's like enough is enough. And I mean, it's like I loved Jack Black in School of Rock. Yeah. But at this point, I'm like, man. And this is aside from political stuff that was weird.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow, just enough. I'm poisoned on it.
How many fucking movies are you in? Jesus Christ.
And enough's enough, folks. I have long hair. I have a beard. Stop. I don't look like
you
Jack
don't look at all like
when people say that, I'm like, y'all.
Jack Black, tweet at us at Food Courtcast. Does Mampy look like Jack Black at all?
I think these are the same people that say Katy Perry and Zooey Deschanel look the exact same.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
They have black hair.
That's it.
That's basically
They're white. Get over it.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I remembered my actual panda.
Oh, tell me.
With my roommate, I watched for the first time ever Full Metal Jacket.
And let me ask you this. This is the question everyone will ask you. Did you think the second half sucked?
Oh, yeah. It's such a detour.
I do not.
Yeah.
I think the second half is essential.
It's scary.
Yeah. It's fucking
like,
awful.
God, yeah. This is
because it is like a really fun movie.
Yeah.
Even about horrible things, and then it becomes a really horrible movie.
Yes. It's like, I mean, I told my roommate this, I think, that you should show that to anyone who has interest in joining the military, because if you still want to join after watching that, you should do it. Go ahead.
It's fucking brutal. It's a brutal movie.
Yeah, it's 2 parts, and they're both brutal.
Yeah, in like totally different ways. Like the first, like you think you're having a good time.
Yeah, you're like,
and then spoiler alert, someone does something really bad.
Really bad.
Well, lots of really bad things happen, but you're still like laughing a lot. And then a really horrible thing happens, and you're like, oh wow.
Yeah, there's some brutal scenes, like the way the soldiers treat each other, like when one's falling behind. It is like the psychology of it, and the exhaustion, because there's like a drill sergeant, and you're like. At first, you're like, this is really funny because he's saying these crazy one-liners. But after like 30 minutes of him just yelling, you're like, Wow, this would psychologically fuck.
Yeah.
I get why it just changes people.
Yeah,
forever.
you're being tortured.
Yeah, basically, honestly,
Amazing
It really
movie.
feels like it.
So good.
And then the second half where they're like in the war and like you see these exaggerated personalities and like they're saying such horrible stuff. Like they just become warped and oh man, the sniper scene oh my gosh,
Terrifying.
I don't think the second half's bad at all. It's just very different.
It's totally different. That was like when I was a little kid. Well, when I was like first getting into movies.
Yeah,
that was like the popular wisdom was that like this is half of a movie.
This is half of
Now Stripes is half of a movie. It's like the same thing where there's a first half and then a bad second half.
Oh, okay.
But this is sort of the opposite. Is like there's a first good half. And then for me, at least, the movie becomes the movie it is in the second half.
Absolutely.
Because, like, the sniper thing is like there's a whole bunch of guys getting killed, and then they discover who the sniper is, and you're like, war can't exist. It's fucking awful.
Horrible.
It's
and like
fucking awful.
The confrontation with like their abstract ideas and beliefs with like the reality of it was because like the main character has this like. What is it like? I forget what it says on his hat. It's something like "born to kill" or something
born
like
to kill. Yeah,
and then it's just like confronted with like, oh, I have to kill like this from their perspective, innocent person trying to protect their own land or whatever. Yeah, just a wild movie. I thought it was very well done and very, very intense. Was that his last movie? Or no, his last movie was AI, right?
Well, he didn't direct AI. Eyes Wide Shut was his last.
Okay. What did he have to do with AI? Did I make?
It was his
idea
concept, and he had been working on it off and on. I think with Spielberg.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I think at some point Spielberg just took it over.
And I was like, I'll just do it.
He was like, I'll make this really good movie too.
I still haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut.
It's fucking amazing.
Okay,
I mean, basically everyone but the first movie. Yeah, they're all pretty unbelievable masterpieces.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, just
hell yeah,
and just everyone says this about Kubrick, and he was like, he's the perfect like first favorite director. Like he was my first favorite director when I was like first getting into movies.
Like, oh wow,
because he's just. Makes so many different movies.
Yeah, I love that. It's
like
cool.
you can watch Paths of Glory, which is a totally different war movie, but it's also like war fucking sucks, but in a totally different way.
Yeah.
It is presented in a totally different way than it is in Full Metal Jacket. And the fact that he can do that, he can do The Shining, he can do 2001, he can do The Clockwork Orange, he can do all these kind of different kinds of movies that feel like they couldn't have been made by the same person in some way. Like I just can't imagine seeing 2001 and then seeing A Clockwork Orange, or I think it may be the other. No, I think it's 2001 and then seeing.
Yeah.
And then being like, wait, that's the same guy.
Yeah,
made that same
is interesting.
movie.
It's like, oh, okay,
what?
yeah.
How's it? Yeah, it's the best.
It's wild.
Great job.
Great work.
You know what else is great?
What?
5 stars on your favorite app.
Give it to it.
Telling a friend, reposting, everythinging.
Re-get.
Put it in your little story and then go, I love, like, write have one of those hearts that gets bigger and smaller or some shit.
A blurb about us. Just put it out there.
Big blurb. Tweet at us at FoodCourtcast. Send us a message on anything.
Yes, anything you want.
It doesn't, we've said this before, but it doesn't matter if it's good or bad message.
Yeah, we just love your message.
If it's public, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
If it's private, please be nice. But if it's public, you can say, you guys fucking suck.
Yeah,
as long as you do it once or twice.
The whole thing.
That's all that matters. We just want engagement. Say we're fucking ugly.
Yeah, I don't care. All. We'll take it.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't even look at the notifications anymore.
I look at them all the time. I love them. Send me anything. I love responding.
Yes.
Mampy, it's been such a pleasure seeing you in the real world.
Yes, an in-person pod is always nice.
And you, the listener, the watcher, thanks so much.
Thank you.
On behalf of Mampy Hikes, my name is Sean Parrott, saying to everybody out there, Bon Appetit!